Wow.
ありがとう。
Belmont Airport. We got a flight time of 9 hours 6. They won't be able to open the doors until 6 o'clock, so right on time. I think we're